We're following breaking news tonight. A shooting at Cornerstone Church just east of Ames. We have our Local 5's John Diaz out there where 3 people died from this scene. 2 victims who the shooter shot and killed, and then the shooter died of self-inflicted gunshot wounds. John, what do we know about the shooter at this hour?
Yeah, Samantha, that is obviously a big part of this investigation. What we can tell you is that investigators have identified not only the shooter but the victims as well, but they are not releasing that information. The other thing that we can tell you is that there was several people who were being held inside the church by investigators. This was when we were arriving on the scene ourselves, and they were all being treated essentially as witnesses. And one of the questions that investigators essentially were asking them is what they knew about the victim, about the shooter, and any relationship there, because again, investigators really trying to figure out what happened and why this happened. All of this really taking place just before 7 o'clock tonight. That's when multiple 911 calls came in to law enforcement that 2 people had been shot, 2 women. When first responders arrived, we know that they did try to administer some life-saving measures. They were unsuccessful. Those 2 women died. There was a 3rd person who died, and that was the shooter, Samantha, as you said, dying from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. But right now, we can tell you the scene is still active. There's still investigators here in several parts of basically this campus. We still see a little bit of a crime scene tape up. We know this investigation will continue later into the night as investigators try to figure out really what happened and, more importantly, why all of this happened. Lots of information, again, that we don't know. We have not been told what kind of weapon was used in this shooting incident. So that's something, obviously, that will be important for us to learn and will be an important part of this investigation. We are expecting to hear more information and learn more information tomorrow morning. That'll happen at the Story County Sheriff's Office at 10:30. They'll be holding a press conference. We also know that church members will be gathering here at the church tomorrow at 10. Samantha?
John, thank you. We'll be updating our viewers as we learn more. It's just hour by hour right now. Elected leaders sharing their thoughts on tonight's shooting at the Cornerstone Church. From Senator Joni Ernst, I'm closely following the situation in Ames. I'm grateful for our first responders, and I'm praying for all involved and the entire Cornerstone Church community. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds said tonight's act of senseless violence took the lives of 2 innocent victims at their place of worship. Kevin and I grieve for the families who have suffered an unfathomable loss. Turning to Senator Chuck Grassley, saying Barbara and I are lifting up Cornerstone Church community in prayers tonight. Churches should be a place of worship, not violence. Violence is always wrong. I'm closely monitoring developments in Ames as we learn more details. Representative Cindy Axney also saying, my prayers are with the victims of tonight's shooting, their families, and the people of Ames. Enough is enough. I am working with my colleagues in Congress to pass federal gun safety measures. The time to act is now. And with that, we'll be right back.